Based on the need to address security challenges in the country, President Bola Tinubu mandated his deputy, Vice President Kashim Shettima, to represent him at the third session of this year's Group of 20 Leaders Summit, popularly referred to as the G20. In a statement delivered on his behalf by Vice President Shettima, he highlighted that Nigeria and Africa's critical minerals are more than natural deposits as they hold the promise of industrial transformation for the continent. The president stressed that while the possession of resources alone does not guarantee prosperity, relevant authorities and stakeholders must ensure that extraction and trade of critical minerals are governed by fairness, transparency, and accountability. President Tinubu emphasized that such responsible extraction and trade are necessary to ensure that the wealth generated from hosting communities translate into shared progress.
The G20 must, in the adoption of the Leaders' Declaration, take very seriously the need to advance policies that drive sustainable growth, promote financial inclusion, and tackle emerging risks. This includes support for indigenous production, export from Africa, and mechanism to enhance significant increase in FDI flows to the African region.
On artificial intelligence, which has immense potential to accelerate development globally, the president said the task before G20 leaders, development partners, and government is to ensure that AI remains a servant of humanity and not a force that reshapes society at the expense of those it ought to uplift. He urged the G20 leaders and partners to build a future where Africa is not merely a supplier of raw materials, but a continent of value creation, innovation, and dignity in work. Similarly, President Tinubu tasked world leaders to come up with a more equitable and responsive system to manage global financial flow and sincerely address the recurring debt crisis in a manner that meets the need of all nations. The president said it would be difficult for Africa to realize a positive paradigm shift in its development trajectory without a collective resolve of the G20. The theme of this year's G20 summit is a fair and just future for all, critical minerals, decent work, and artificial intelligence. Ikaro Atta, ITV News.